All right, man. So, designed by Don Eskridge and released by Indie Boards and Cards, Resistance is a game of social deduction where you're all fighting against a corrupt government, but some of you are spies. Scary, right?
These games, I've never actually played one. I think it'd be exciting too.
You haven't really played any social deduction games.
None.
Because they take a big group, and I get to do that with my family a lot. I need to, next time you're going to a holiday or something, just say, here's these games. You know what I mean? Here's Good Cop, Bad Cop, The Resistance, Coup, stuff like that.
Yeah, we play some games religiously every year, but, you know.
It'd be cool to get them into
my
these.
My mom's and my dad's, now that I think about it, but my dad's, we always just, it's the same trivia questions every year. I don't know why. My aunt does them, and my sister and my cousin, they just see who can yell out the answers the fastest. It's no one else even tries.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, like, Sheriff of Nottingham, besides the day it came in and me, you, and my wife played, you haven't had a chance to even play it. So, I mean, it'd be great for you to be able to take these to your...
Oh, yeah. Sheriff of Nottingham would be
stuff.
a hit anywhere.
Yeah,
you could take it to a street corner and have strangers playing.
Yeah. The reason we're talking about this game, finally, is that we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I play this with my staff here at the radio station, but they're not all gamers, you know? But my family, even though I would have never thought it, have all become kind of gamers.
Yeah.
Especially for these social deduction and party games and stuff. So I wanted to kind of see what they thought about it before we talked about it here on the show. So when you're playing the game, the lead player chooses a team, and then everyone votes to allow or deny that team, right? So if a team is vetoed 5 times in a row, the spies win automatically. Once a team is approved, they go on a mission. They each take a success and failure card and give one of those to the team leader. So they're going to either succeed or fail the mission, right? They're shuffled and revealed, and one failure fails the mission. So once 3 missions have been successful, the resistance win, and if 3 are failures, the spies win, right? So there's also a variant for this game called Avalon that's in a fantasy setting with like Merlin and stuff like that, but I've never played that one. There's also some other stuff that you can add in this game where you each have roles and stuff like that, but I've only played the Resistance so far. And a lot of people play this a lot more, and people play this all the time. It's one of those insanely popular games, you know, that came down from games like Werewolf and Mafia and other social deduction games like that. But what I have played of this game is tons of fun. It's not a game I would want to play all the time. I couldn't get into it like other people get into it. You know what I mean?
Walking around in a werewolf suit.
Not
even a suit, just like the
it's
ears
like a
and a
fox
tail
suit or something. Yeah, it was a strange suit. The guy running werewolf that day.
Yeah,
it's a really fun game. But as far as these social deduction games go, I think I would rather play something like Good Cop, Bad Cop, where there's just like it's a lot more tense, I think, you know, Good Cop, Bad Cop. This has some of those tense moments, though, where you're really trying to figure out, and you play with the group the first time, and they don't get it. They just sort of ruin it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do with my spy card? So if I'm red, does that mean I'm a spy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
I do it on purpose. I'm now going to do it opposite.
Oh, that's a good play. But we usually just start the game over, like once that happens. But man, there's some tense moments where you're really, really trying to figure out what's going on and who the spies are. Because there's a lot of, you know, ways you can do this. If you're a spy and you get chosen for the first team, you succeed the mission. So people think, oh, they're not a spy. So then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really have to play it as a social deduction game and realize that it's not just a game. Like, you're not going to be able to play this game.
Yeah.
You have to really think about, how am I going to play this socially? For somebody who's not super social, this probably wouldn't be that much fun. You know, that's where Good Cop, Bad Cop comes in, where you can flip the cards and look at it, and that's how you're deducing, rather than so much interaction.
How is like Survivor not licensed a social deduction game?
Yeah. There could be a lot of licenses for that, right?
Yeah.
But the Resistance, I mean, we get into moments. I want to talk about some moments in this game, because I did about Good Cop, Bad Cop too. My brother-in-law just totally messed everything up. He was on the team. They needed one more failure. Him, my wife, and somebody else were spies, right? And one more failure, and he, for some reason, succeeds the mission. They could have won, right? So I go, the 4 people who were just on that team have to go next. We have to win. And he was the guy choosing the next team. So I was like, choose the exact same 4 people. I was yelling it at him. Choose the exact same 4 people. He was like, okay. He just passed out the cards and then failed it correctly. So we lost, you know what I mean? But I just knew we were going to win. But people just start getting amped up in this game. The emotions start running high. And we played with at least 3 people who weren't gamers with the people who play a lot of these games, and they had a great time. They were super interested. One guy was turned around watching football the whole time, so he wasn't really into it.
Everybody else, though.
So my family loved it. My niece, her friends really liked it. My staff loves it. I mean, to this day, a year later, they still talk all the time about who's a spy and who's not a spy. I mean, they call each other spy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just become a thing. Like, this game is a lot of fun, and you don't even need a table. I mean, sometimes at work, I just run a game of the Resistance where I'm not even playing. I'm just walking around handing everybody what they need and then getting it from them, shuffling it, revealing. And the reveal's fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When 4 people are on a team and you have them shuffled up and then you reveal one, it's a success. Reveal another, it's a success. And then the failure, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can't let those emotions go. You know what I mean? One of the really fun things about this is to make people believe that somebody's a spy who's not, if you're a spy. You know what I mean?
That's so
Like,
funny.
Really
Framing
do it.
them.
And people just get mad. I swear I'm not.
As people would. I mean, if being accused.
But yeah, this game, the emotions can run very high. And but the Resistance, I mean, everybody knows it already. We don't really need to talk about it, but we just wanted to put our take on it because we play with a lot of people who aren't gamers.
Yeah.
Or I do especially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I haven't played. But.
So what do people who don't game all the time or who are new to social deduction games and games like this think about it? And they all seem to love it. So, I mean, I'd really like to try Avalon too.
Yeah.
The Resistance Avalon. There's a couple of expansions that recently came out that were kickstarted. And indie boards and cards. I mean, with this and Coup and Flashpoint Fire Rescue, I mean, I think they've got that new game called Dragon Slayer. And, I mean, they put out some quality games.
I was thinking about getting Flashpoint Fire Rescue today for $16 at Hastings.
Really cheap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on sale at Hastings. So if you have a Hastings
almost
in the
grabbed
area, I was able to get the Summoner Wars Master set for a good price. All thanks to Lara, who gave me the tip. And but anyway,
He was there right there behind the stacks of Flashpoint Fire Rescue.
That was hidden, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm so glad you saw it.
Yeah.
I ran up there instantly.
I'm back there all the time, shoveling through.
I didn't even know that clearance rack was back there.
Oh yeah.
No clue.
They move them around. I think that's like part of their game.
Yeah. There's someone watching the camera. Oh,
Totally.
Someone else has fallen into my trap.
Now they know where the clearance rack is. We've got to move it to the end of another shelf
This
or
game-
somewhere other obscure place.
That game's called Bored at Work.
Yes.
So anyway, the Resistance.
I'm going to move all of these things over here.
Yeah, the Resistance, ton of fun. It's about $15. I mean, it's a little box, and there is a lot of fun in that box. It plays anywhere from 5 to 10 players. It's also another reason it's been tough for me to get, because I can only get it in at work when we have a free day. I mean, free days are my choice. Like, I say, hey, guys, we're having a free day. And everyone says, okay, great. And we usually do it, on a Friday, and we're going to do it a lot more this semester. We got a great new staff here at the radio station, so I'm going to try at least every other week to run the Resistance or Good Cop, Bad Cop, or
Some social.
maybe even Sheriff of Nottingham or something
Yeah,
like
that would
that.
be good.
And put people on teams, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna hopefully play it a lot more here. But then when I go to my family's place for holidays, and we just play games, like we'll go over there once every couple of weeks and just have a game night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and someday when me and my wife have 10 kids, we'll be able to play. And but anyway, guys, so that is the Resistance, and like you didn't already know, but it's a pretty good game.
Yeah.